Hello, I'm Hal Lublin.
And I'm Mark Gagliardi.
Since the dawn of humanity, one issue has gone unsettled. With the fate of the world in the balance, we're here to settle, once and for all,
Weirdest mode of transportation.
That's right. Don't worry, everyone. We got this.
Podcasts should have a theme song. Podcasts should not have a theme song. Yes, they should. No, they shouldn't. They sound good. Yeah, but people are just going to skip past it. You know what? You're right. We got this.
This one almost sounds like one of those shows, the weirdest mode of transportation.
America's Funniest People?
Break.
Yeah.
Hal, this is a first for us.
Yeah.
Usually the question is the best, right?
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I love a new question that we're asking. Very excited about this.
John Randy, this is what's happening over on that Discord that we keep talking about. Week in, week out. Weird, wild stuff is happening, and somebody suggested this, and we came up and discussed it, and you loved it immediately, which I knew you would. And I thought, this is an opportunity to just talk about weird stuff out of left field, but you'll also do a little research.
Of course.
So it'd be like the perfect, those giant punch bowl, you know, like in a movie when somebody's on vacation somewhere tropical and they get the giant bowl. Like it's a giant glass and it's got like the tropical punch in it. Clearly, that's like movie for I'm getting drunk on vacation is I got a giant kid swimming pool of blue liquid that I'm going to drink.
I like that you called it tropical punch. You're like, from the times of kid, how you're like, oh man, this is what grown-ups do. They go get a big bowl of tropical punch, but it's like funny tropical punch. You know what I mean? Like not funny, haha, funny, fall on the floor.
That's not the flavor of pineapple. Why am I sleepy?
Yeah, I'm excited about this topic. What were we talking about?
Weird modes of transportation. And here's the other thing is it must be one that exists. So we're not working in the fantastical. These are real things that have existed that people have used to get around. And, you know, since we discovered / invented the wheel, we've been trying to figure out better ways to travel from here to there.
Yeah. Do you think that we discovered or invented the wheel?
I would say we invented it. I don't think we invented things being round. There were wheel shapes. I think we figured out the wheel and axle. That was
all right. The axle part,
invention.
You had to add something for it to become an axle. Because there are plenty of rocks out there that are just wheels.
That's true. Yeah. But they're not going to do anything if you put them underneath a board.
No,
or
that's
what
true.
Have you.
Hey, speaking of going way, way, way back in time, let's go way, way, way back in time and talk about the etymology of the word weird. You told me to do a little research, so I did a little research, Hal.
Okay.
So the word weird, this is a fascinating thing to me because we have to know what we are asking, right? There's all different, we have to agree on what the definition of the word weird is. So of course I looked up the etymology of it. Do you know who we have to thank for the modern version of the word weird?
I don't, but I feel like I'm hearing a kid deliver a book report that is definitely going to get an F.
Yeah.
Because it was like, you have to give a book report of The Great Gatsby and you start with, what does great mean? And then it's just 15 pages of where the word great comes from and never and his name was Gatsby. The end. No bibliography.
Okay, no. Weird. The noun weird. It's from the Old Norse. It is a force that sets events into motion. It is the word for fate. So when Shakespeare wrote The Three Witches, the three weird sisters into Macbeth, he was calling them the three fate sisters.
Right.
But because in the 18th century, the makeup they would use for those characters was grotesque and odd and unusual, that was where we got the definition of weird, meaning odd and unusual, is from the makeup that the three witches wore in 18th century, productions of Shakespeare. There's your first history lesson of the day, my friend. Ask and you shall receive.
Incredible.
Do I get the F?
You did fail, but that'd be a great report if the assignment had been, where does the word weird come from?
Yeah, but what does the word weird mean to you?
Lord.
Yeah.
Are you asking me or are you about
I'm asking you.
I didn't know if
no,
this was
I'm not,
the next
I'm not
part of the
continuing my book report. This is the essay section at the end of the book report. We have to agree on what weird means.
I'm glad you asked me. Webster's dictionary defines weird as strange,
I got it
peculiar,
up here if you want it.
Out of the ordinary. Am I close? Strange, peculiar, out of the ordinary?
Unusual. Yeah. Unusual is the main one, is the main synonym for it.
Yes. In this context of modes of transportation, I'm looking for things that make me go, who thought this was going to be a good, sustainable idea in the first place?
So, and I thought of this. Yeah. Like a good weird begs the question, why?
Right.
I think that's what our version of weird is going to be like. Because there's some modes of transportation that you're like, of course they did this. A funicular makes sense. It's a weird mode of transportation, but it's a train up a mountain that's got 2 stops. Yeah, that makes sense. Looking at weird, I think we're going to be finding things that you go, why did they do that outside of they could? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Do you have, going into this, contenders in mind?
I have 4 that stick in my head as weird as like, do we really think that this was a good idea? Some of them are in regular use.
Okay. So that eliminates the unusual part, but it does not eliminate the begs the question why part.
Yes. They're like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Well, do you want to just dive right into one of them? Or actually, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
I want to break this in half.
Go ahead.
I think there are modes of mass transportation that are weird, and there are modes of personal transportation that are weird. Where do you want to start? Based on the 4 that you've got in your head.
I think the ones I have in my head are all personal.
Okay, well, let's do the personal ones first.
Okay. You want me to just throw it out?
Sure, throw one out there.
One that I think is real weird is the hand cart that you use on a railroad track because it makes you real tired. Wherever you're going, you better not have somewhere else to be that is not like, you're obviously going somewhere to like shovel more coal or try to lift a train up and move it around or do something because it is unsustainable over a long period of time. You don't get there fast. And if a train comes, you can't pick it up and move it. Do you have to just pump faster to try to get out of the way?
Yeah. I guess you do. I love those things. I feel like those things, we don't know how fast those things actually go because all of the footage of a person using one is old-timey silent movie sped up and we have no idea how sped up. Or it could be slowed down. What if they go like crazy, crazy super fast? We don't know.
They're breaking the sound barrier. There are a bunch of Chuck Yeagers out there pumping those handles.
Chuck Yeagers on the mock Santa Fe.
They called them Jaeger bombs when they would get out on there.
Oh, those things are great. You know, you can do, there's one similar to that still exists. It is a bamboo train in Cambodia, in Battambang, Cambodia. It is just, you're on a bamboo platform. Gets up to 40 kilometers an hour. So you're still able to do this if you really want to go out there and do it. Yeah. What do you think can we answer the why for that? Like there may be an easy answer, like these are railroad workers and this is how they move things from one to another. I'm not certain that as we are viewing it in actuality was the hobo convertible. Like I know in our heads, it's like, woohoo, we've found it. Sunglasses, white scarf. Let's get out of here. Or 2 convicts making a fast break from a prison. I'm sure it had a mundane job as well.
That's a medium break. My guess would be, and I don't want to know if I'm right or not, I feel like this is one where the listeners can let me know how close I am. I would guess that it's for railroad workers who need to travel to a train that is further down the track and is broken down. And they need to take a bunch of stuff with them. They can put tools and things on the platform. And then the 2 mechanics can do that. But that's such a dumb way. Like you had to do it at the time, but also really weird that somebody thought of that and then decided like, yep, this is what we're going to do. And then it's become the standard for people breaking out of jail or the hobo convertible.
Yeah. Old timey hijinks.
Yeah. But it is, we can agree it's weird, right?
We can
weird
agree
is not
weird.
bad. It's just
weird's not bad. But the thing about this one though, it might be explainable. You know what I mean? I don't know if weird is explainable, but that's a good one. I like that one. I like where your head's at.
You want me to keep going? Or you want to throw one out?
We're talking about personal versions of it. Keep throwing them out, or I can throw one out for you.
All right, I'll say it.
What?
I'll throw it out there. Hot air balloons. That's just a bunch of French people in the 18th century seeing like how close they could get to the sun. Like they were the original aviators. They were up there in balloons and seeing how far they could travel and how high they could go. And it was a huge deal. And now it's become like something that you basically only see on posters. Or if you're in the right area, you might see them. I have no interest in being in a wicker basket that is suspended so high in the air that my fear of heights gets like multiplied by 1,000,000. Because all I can see, everybody's looking at the mountains and the ocean and the clouds. All I'm seeing is the face of death, and with one finger beckoning me forward to hell.
Yeah,
where I see I'm going.
You know what? I don't think that's where you're going.
It's possible.
You sound like a kid who, on more than one occasion, tried to do the parachute with the little toy plastic army man off the roof, and that thing did not open. So, you look up at this and you go, that thing flips in just a little bit. This whole thing is spinning out of control. These ropes are getting coiled up like the strings from the army man in the bottom of a box of Fruit Loops. I get it. But that said, I've been in a hot air balloon and I love a hot air balloon ride. That also said, answering the question of why for a hot air balloon, I don't know if it's the question of why, but why still, which is a fun question also. Like back in the day, meteorology and cartography, anything that could benefit from being from that vantage point. Great. Nowadays, why now? Because when it's a thing that like tourists do for the view, which is a great thing to do.
Yeah.
Is that view worth it? I would argue maybe, yeah.
I would be shaking the whole time. I just wouldn't appreciate it. And I've seen those things where it's a hot air balloon, but it's a dinner table and you're strapped into it and you're eating in the sky.
Yeah.
And that's dangerous because who among us, raise your hand if you haven't ever dropped a fork, knife, or spoon off the table by mistake. All the hands are down, everybody.
Yeah.
And your hands are down too, because we've all done it. And that will kill somebody. You don't throw pennies off the Empire State Building and you don't use silverware at 10,000 feet.
Yeah, but the silverware that you're dropping when you drop silverware is in the proximity of the table. It's not the whole thing is a table and your arms and your limbs are flailing outside of it.
You're strapped into a chair.
You're strapped.
It's not.
There's still a basket around you. Yes, there is. It's a basket.
You're not in a basket. Look and see.
What is this? But hold on a second. Now this might be the weirdest mode of transportation.
Yeah, you see it now, don't you? You're not in a basket.
I don't see it, but I need to see that image because I've seen the ones where they're sitting in the basket, and that's great because you're in a basket. The basket, I think, it's safe. I like the basket. I want to go to Cappadocia in Turkey and ride in the basket.
Wait, here it is. I'm going to tell you where it is. You find it in Angelique Schmenik. It's in the Netherlands. Okay? I'm sending it to you. Reserve her in. You can reserve her in it. Photo Galerie. I'm in the Photo Galerie right now.
All right.
I'm looking at the picture. It does not look, maybe they're in a.
Yeah, they're sitting inside a basket.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like it.
There is a lady flipping some green beans over the outside. Yeah, it's a restaurant. All right.
Yeah.
I would go to a hot air balloon restaurant, but you're inside a basket.
You could still drop it. It doesn't always drop down. What if you got scared? What if a bird came by and you're like, whoa? And then when I did that, listeners, I threw my hands like you throw backwards, like it dive bombs the middle of the tables. It's like, oh, bread. Look at that bread strapped into that basket. And then next thing you know, fork overboard.
Yeah. I don't know if there might also be a bird out there that is like, oh no, the one thing we had over bread is that we swooped down and got it off the ground. It couldn't come get us. Now they're looking around going, the bread is coming back.
I told you this would happen. I told you. We flew too close to the sun, literally. With the bread, the rays must have changed it.
That's right. It changed me.
No! It can talk now.
Yeah, it's fortified too. You toast bread, it's fortified, waterproof. Yeah, I like a hot air. I can still answer the why question with a hot air balloon, Hal.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Penny farthing, which is the giant front wheel bicycle.
Yeah.
So dangerous. Like we had bicycles and then this is somebody trying to make the bike fancy. Outside of seeing over crowds of people, which I guess they could say is safe. It doesn't stop you from being nudged and knocked over by them because it's a bunch of New Yorkers. These are still in use also. Anywhere in Brooklyn, I assume everybody has one. It's what you get.
Yeah, everybody in Brooklyn has. If they don't have one, they at least have a hat with one, with like a outline of one on it, or a T-shirt with a stamp of one on it.
Yeah, when you move to Brooklyn, you get two things. One is a penny farthing. The other is your own microbrewery.
Yep.
Then you're on your own from there.
Yeah. You and your bespoke apron, go figure it out for yourselves.
Your leather apron.
Oh, I love it. I'm
thinking of getting into glass blowing. That's what I feel like.
But I'm still a barista right now, so I'm wearing the leather apron in preparation.
Mark, if we're ever on the $100,000 pyramid and we get
leather
to we get to be his teammate, and I go, I'm thinking of getting into glass blowing. That's your hint that it's things somebody with a penny farthing might say. That'll be the category. And I'll only say that. I'll just keep saying it over and over again.
Just repeat that over and over again.
I'm thinking about getting into glass blowing.
What a glass blowing apprentice might say.
I'm thinking about going into glass blowing. I'm doing that. Listeners, I'm doing handlebars.
I'm going to take this hand car down this railroad track to my glass blowing.
Pass.
Dang it. Yeah, I cannot answer the why for the penny farthing. I can't even answer the how of a penny farthing, because this is going to sound really dumb, but if that top wheel is huge, aren't your feet pedals like right next to the wheel? I guess the chain's longer.
It's all up top, because you're sitting in that elevated seat and that's where the pedals are. You don't need to be like Manute Bol to drive one of those things because he was not alive in the late 19th century.
Yeah.
I think it's dumb. That's a frivolous one.
I'm picturing stilts for it. Like, it's like a Rube Goldberg, like there are feet on sticks and then little foot pads that you put your feet on. I don't even need to be Manute Bol. I just need to be Mr. Bean.
Put your stilts on. It's time to take the penny farthing out for a Sunday ride.
Can't I just take my BMX?
Nope. Climb up there. Get on the step ladder.
Dude, if BMX had a penny farthing, imagine the terrain you could go over and the views you could see with that one huge wheel. What was the point of a penny farthing?
You'd see the face of death with one finger beckoning you closer to bring you to hell.
Hey, wait a minute. I thought you were at that hot air balloon race.
I'm everywhere.
Oh, you're like Santa.
Ho, 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 ho. Time to die. Ho, 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 ho. Merry Deathmas. Ho, ho.
No, called Blumhouse. All right. What was your fourth?
Well, I have two more.
Okay.
One is the blimp.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, what if we were
like the Hindenburg?
Yeah. What if you just strapped us onto the balloon rather than us being hanging in something and having to use like this will have some propellers, some more motion, will be a little more mechanical. This is the hot air balloon just sort of floated there. So the Zeppelin could just sort of float a little faster and with purpose in a direction
with more people.
Yeah.
And like somebody blowing on it.
It turned out it was the Ford Pinto of transportation because it's a big thing filled with gas, and if there's a spark, the static electricity off of the tether, all of a sudden this thing goes up like a Roman candle.
Yeah.
Oh, the humanity. What a tragedy.
Oh, the humanity.
New Jersey never forgets.
Blimps. It's tough to make a blimp funny considering that. But I like the Goodyear blimp.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a useful blimp.
They said Ice Cube's a pimp.
Why?
It's neat, but you don't want to be on that thing.
You could see the whole game.
No, you can't.
Come on, you can see the whole game from up there.
You can see it the way you do in a cartoon where the crowd spells out "Go Team" in the stands.
You know what? That's kind of the only reason I go.
That would be the only reason.
I want to get to if I'm getting to a seat, I want a big red card under my seat that they're like, okay, we have to, at halftime, we're all going to hold up our red cards.
If you want to see it, you can just go see it. It's tethered in Torrance. It's not that far.
What is this?
It's here. It's the Goodyear blimp is tethered in Torrance.
Wait. I can just go see the Goodyear. It's in Torrance?
Sometimes you can see it from the freeway, from the 405.
Like, hold on a second. Tethered like a floating puppy? Like it's tied around a fence?
That's where it's docked. It's tethered there. I think you call it tethered because you tie it off.
Do they keep the air in it?
I don't think it's air. Isn't it a highly flammable gas? Isn't that why
I would hope it's helium. How high could we get our voices using the Goodyear blimp as our helium supply?
The last thing you'd say is like, I barely feel anything. And then you drop down.
No, I go flying up. Fly away. Full of helium. Float away like a balloon. Exactly. That, by the way, deflating balloon might be the weirdest mode of transportation for, say, a bug that landed on the balloon right before it was released.
True, but that's a coincidental form of transportation, not a purposeful one.
All right, Smarty, you never said a purposeful one. I want to know some more coincidental modes of transportation. Banana peel?
The banana peel.
Yeah.
That's the other one.
Trapdoor log flume?
Trapdoor
or trapdoor water slide.
Trapdoor water slide also.
That's a great mode of transportation, man. That's a fun one.
Especially
have you seen the sled that you can go to in Portugal? There's a big like wicker sled that two people get in, and then two like college students in little boater hats. They just run them down this hill on this sled. It used to be for commuters. It's hilarious to me.
I love this thing. I think you might. That could be the weirdest. I want to throw out one more.
We'll take a break after you've got your one more. And don't worry, Hal, I've got some global, deep, weird cuts for us.
Please. I'm excited to hear them. You know where they have the montage in the early days of planes, of just these just planes eating one after the other.
Yeah.
They're just like wiping out.
The guy with the big cardboard wings, the one going off the little wall, the little one that looks like a bouncing pot.
Yeah. Those are all dumb. The dumbest one was the guy who was like, you know what the problem with a plane is? It doesn't have 900 wings stacked one on top of the other. I'm pretty good at science, and I think we're about to make the greatest plane. Oh, what's that? Oh, it immediately collapsed on itself and looked like a giant V on the runway.
It looked like a karate demo that you had to do to get your black belt, where they stack them all up, but there's like a little break between each board. But you got to quack through all of the boards. That's exactly. I remember that so well. I think it was on a Epcot ride back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
There was a whole slew of them in a row that ran through. They're so fun. They're so dumb and so fun.
When it fell in, the Lord gave it a karate chop.
Yeah. Oh.
What innovation can somebody looks at it and goes, that was stupid. I can do it better.
Yeah. Until somebody does it well.
I don't know if you needed the person with all the wings. I don't know that anybody, I could imagine that like that was the only person who believed in that. And everybody else was like, it's not going to work. It's too many wings. It's going to collapse on it. Nothing is supporting those wings. You can't possibly support. It's not going to make it fly longer. The reason why something flies longer is not because of how many wings it has on top of it.
Oh, you don't think that this thing can get across the Atlantic?
No.
Add a wing.
It's not, What if the wing went the other way?
I'm sorry. More wing. Put another wing on it. Now, Smarty. Mr.
Keep
Smarty
talking.
Pants. Yeah.
You got something to say? Boom, another wing.
Yeah, another wing. I'll keep adding wings to this thing. I don't care. I don't have to fly it. I don't have to fly it around the whole world. You do. You want another wing?
No, I don't want another wing. I don't think the number of wings on it's going to work. I think it's going to collapse.
Oh, who's the pilot now?
I am. You said.
Yeah, and you know what pilots don't do? Build airplanes. You know what I do? I build airplanes. More wings. Put a wing on it.
You made pizza before this.
Yeah, and it was good pizza, and I could stack them, too. I stack them like wings, I did.
You did stack those pizza. It was very good pizza. All right, let's try it.
Yeah, you know what else we sold at our pizza joint?
What?
Wings.
It's just a bunch of tube with a bunch of buffalo wings hanging off of it. This has to work. I'm telling you, the spice is the fuel.
Yeah, somebody tried to fly buffalo style just by mixing hot sauce and butter. Doesn't work.
Ranch.
Hot sauce, butter, and ranch might make you fly in a way.
Give something wings.
You know what? Why don't we take a quick break? And then when we come back, I will present you, Hal, with some weird alternatives to go along with the ones that we've already laid out. How's that sound?
I love it. Let's do it.
All right. We'll be right back.
You guys want to try and do this promo with British accents?
Yeah, of course.
Let's do it.
Okay, Iffy, you go.
Boy, bro, this is TV Chef Fantasy League.
Fantasy League. Okay, Sierra.
We take cooking competition shows and treat them like fantasy sports.
Like a newscaster.
Yeah,
Very
fancy.
posh. Right now, we're doing the Great British Bake Off, or the Great British Baking Show if you're listening from the US.
Ooh, that was really
Yeah,
soothing.
you chose like a prim and
Yeah.
proper
Thank you.
Downton Abbey.
Thank you. Okay, Iffy, I think you have the best accent. You want to take us home?
Subscribe to TV Chef Fantasy League on MaximumFun.org and wherever you get your podcasts. Better than my Boston one.
Hi, everybody. It's Ellen Weatherford.
And Christian Weatherford.
People say not to judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree.
But we can judge a snake by its ability to fly, or a spider by its ability to dive.
Or a dung beetle by its ability to navigate with the starlight of the Milky Way galaxy.
On Just the Zoo of Us, we rate our favorite animals out of 10 in the categories of physical effectiveness, behavioral ingenuity, and of course, aesthetics.
Guest experts like biologists, ecologists, musicians, comedians, and more join us to share their unique insights into the animal kingdom.
Listen with the whole family on MaximumFun.org, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Is it possible that the weirdest mode of transportation is if Al decides to give you a piggyback? Don't you think, isn't he so nice that if you asked him for a piggyback, that you think there's a chance he might do it?
Yeah. Yeah. That's not a weird mode of transportation, though. Piggyback ride is a delightful mode of transportation.
Yeah, but think who's giving it. It'd be so weird.
Which Al are we talking about?
Weird Al.
Oh my God. I can't believe that took me that long.
I can't believe it either. That's why you froze. I'm like, of course. You think if you
like,
asked.
What? I was rolling with it. I was like, sure, man. I don't know Al, but piggyback ride sounds great.
Do. You do. You've talked to him on this show and done shows with him.
I didn't know you meant weird. This is what we should have had on this one because he's the expert on weird.
He's too busy being successful doing shows.
Man, I can't believe I didn't get that. I'm going to be kicking myself now.
Well, we have it recorded. Anyway, what do you have? You have some weird stuff.
I've got a few mass transit weirdities. And then I have one that I think might be an ace in the hole.
Oh,
I know you've come in on the show before and said, like, I have the winner.
Yeah.
I think I might have an ace in the hole.
I'm excited.
But I've got a few that I wanted to talk about. First is the Cyclos. Do you know the Cyclos?
No.
It's like a rickshaw. It's in Vietnam, but instead of the person in the front driving the bicycle and the passengers in the back, it's somebody pushing or running with or riding a bike with the passenger in the front. What it looks like is a giant adult stroller. It looks like there are adults in strollers riding around, well, tourist adults riding around Vietnam in big strollers. And it is great.
Or like when people have like the ice cream bike, where it's got the cooler in the front that has the ice cream on it, except instead of selling ice cream, they're selling tourists.
Oh. They jingle the bell, and you know, by which bell is how you know which tourist it is. Like, I've been waiting for this guy.
This is the one who says how cheap everything is here compared to America.
Oh, this one over here doesn't know why nothing's in English as well.
This one over here goes to their balcony every morning of the trip and goes, "Good morning, Vietnam," and nobody cares.
I would love to just quote movies wherever I go.
Yeah.
Just whenever you go to a location that was in something. I bet it happens a lot to the people that live in that house from Home Alone. Could be anything. Could be any of a number of lines.
Somebody broke in and ate all our food again.
Why are our sinks on in the basement? Oh, God. It's the people that watch that stupid movie. We're moving.
There's a sign out front that says, "Please do not come and tell our boiler to shut up."
All right. Here's where I'm going, Hal.
All right.
I'm going, next place we're going to go. We're going to go to the autogyro. Are you familiar with the autogyro?
Tell me. Maybe. I don't know.
The autogyro, James Bond used one in a movie once. It's a personal helicopter.
Invented in 19... Yeah, but it's like open air.
That is a certain type of autogyro. I think that is, I'm not sure which model that is, but there have been multiple versions of it. In 1949, there was the Taylor Aero car, was a great version of it. The PAL V Liberty, another great autogyro, but a personal. Back in the day, the helicopter blades would sweep back like hair getting put into a ponytail. You know, like when you have like a top knot ponytail, that's what the blades did, and then just released. They flip around. I'm going with the autogyro. Is another favorite of mine. It's a good one.
Also sounds cool.
That's the thing. Weird
can be cool.
Can also be cool.
See, Al.
Now I know which Al we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a weird one. The Amphicar.
Oh, yeah. The cars that can become boats or go underwater.
Yeah. Yeah. I love those.
They have like a little propeller in the bottom where you would expect a tailpipe to be. I've seen those in concept and seen like old footage of them being used.
Here's one for you. The Kon-Tiki.
The movie?
Do you know the Kon-Tiki?
No. I know the Tiki room.
He was not no, this is not in the Tiki room. Did I add an extra one?
No, you said it right.
Thor Heyerdahl in 1947 tried to prove that inhabitants of South America could have made it to Oceania in the Middle Ages. So he built a raft to prove that.
There's a film of this.
There is. He used Middle Ages technology to build a raft from South America to Oceania when all of the scientists were like, it's not true. Like, we know how this happened. And that like, it's like, but it could have happened. And they're like, it didn't though at all. And he goes to do it. So to build I just think it's, as far as weird modes of transportation go, building a raft using Middle Ages technology in 1947 to prove a thing that you believe true, even though it is immediately proven false by everybody, is kind of hilariously weird to me.
It is a weird use of something that was a very common way to get around. That's the only thing,
true.
though.
It's not the mode a weird that's weird, yeah. It's a weird reason to do it.
To me, similar to, the story, well, there are two of them. One of them is the one with Annette Bening, where she's the swimmer who swims from Cuba to Florida.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but I know the one you're talking about.
It's a great movie. That's fantastic. And there's another one with Daisy Ridley as the first woman to swim across the English Channel. Also very good. But they're basically people like swimming is the weird. It's weird that you're using swimming to do that when we use boats to get across.
Yeah.
We were using boats long before, like for a very long time. Boats have been around for quite a bit. Things that float and people on top of them or inside of them. That's very old. But,
that's true.
You know, it's a group of people who it's endurance and, of course, a great feat. Mm-hmm. And you have to overcome more than just exhaustion to do it because they're jellyfish. And at that point, when the woman who Daisy Ridley was playing was doing, I think it was the 20s or the early 30s. So it wasn't like they had a GPS navigation system to get it through. Just a weird application of a very common way to get around. So
I get it, but it's for the feat of doing it. It's like rock climbers. They climb rocks, even though clearly we have the technology of hot air balloons.
That's right. The only way to get up on a mountain, the really in style.
Yeah, because you know why? You can have dinner on it now. Don't drop your knife.
On the mountain?
In the basket.
They'd strap you in. Yeah. Until you throw, oh, I'm sorry, I killed a goat with my fork by mistake. I got scared. I thought there was a bird. Well, there wasn't even one. It was just a gust of wind, but I was too afraid. And it's cold up here. It's cold. You're eating.
On.
Don't eat hot food up there.
We're having a good time.
We're not. I don't like being strapped into my dinner seat.
Aren't we having a good time, though? Look at the view. Look at the view. Don't think about the strap. Look at the view.
I just peed a lot.
At dinner, right here at the dinner table.
Yeah. Well, down on that goat.
All right. Here's another one for you. It's called the Shadow 6 Typhoon, aquatic utility vehicle. It's a Jeep Wrangler atop 2 jet skis.
No. That's so weird.
For no reason.
That's so dumb.
Why does it exist? Do you have a window that you can open up? Shadow 6 Typhoon. Take a look at this thing. Hal.
Let's take a look. Oh.
It's exactly what I described. It's literally
so dumb.
2 jet skis next to each other with a Jeep strapped on top. It is glorious.
That is, what is that for? The Billy Jack stunt show?
I think that's for whatever southern place has opened up a water park. They do that one time at 8 every night. They close down all the water slides. They turn the water off. Some kids still use them, but they turn the water off them so they can do this big show with the Shadow 6 Typhoon, aquatic utility vehicle.
Some knucklehead saw Waterworld. It was like, why don't we?
Yep. All right. While you're looking things up, Hal, now I'm just going to ask you to look things up and I'm going to get your thoughts on them. You ready?
Go ahead.
The Volonaut air bike. This, Hal, are you a fan of the Star Wars films?
I do know what these are. This is a really cool, I would call this cool.
This thing, I've got some specs for you on it. This is a personal hovering speeder bike. You can only get a 10-minute flight out of it for now, but it can go 124 miles per hour.
Do you know how much it costs?
It is $880,000.
That's right. Yeah. But you only have to make a non-refundable reservation fee of $2,000. Okay. That assures, this is pre-order. This does not exist yet. It exists. There's maybe one of them, I guess. Then a deposit of $80,000 secures your build slot. We will contact you and ask if you wish to go ahead with the purchase of your air bike at the moment of freezing the production version. So it doesn't even, and then the final payment in one installment of $798,000. We will contact you when your air bike final assembly is started and arrange delivery along with training at our U.S. facility. Now, this is
awesome.
Non-binding. Your stage 1 reservation is not a legally binding purchase agreement until you enter into a purchase agreement at stage 2. So they could take
$2,000.
I want you to understand what that means. They could take $2,000 from a ton of people and then never produce the bike because there's no agreement for a sale. You know what that is? It's a scheme.
You think?
They're transporting your money away from you and into whatever weird offshore account they have.
Do you think this is fake? Do you think this is an AI-generated scam?
No, I think it exists. I don't think they have a means of mass producing it. I think they figured out how to make one work.
Yeah.
But
it's pretty awesome.
$880,000. Is there anything that you could own right now that you would pay? I don't think if I had $1 billion.
A functioning speeder bike from the Star Wars universe?
I would not pay $880,000. Not to this company. I would wait until they figured out the safety of it. I don't want to be the first. I want to be the millionth person to own one of those. I don't want to be the first. Too dangerous.
I think you're right. I'll tell you one thing I would like to be the first to own, and it is not the Walk car, if you want to look that one up. The Walk car, roughly the size and specs of a laptop. You stand on it. It's got 4 wheels. It's battery operated, and it just kind of zips you around.
Yeah.
Delightful, the Walk car. Hal, for my final entrant onto this.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the airport. No, I'm not going with what I was thinking of going with, which is one of those, the suitcases that are the little self-driving suitcase scooters.
Those dumb things.
It's pretty weird.
That's really weird.
That's a weird one. But I'm going adjacent to the human conveyor belt walkway.
Uh-huh.
You familiar with the human conveyor belt that makes you walk just a little faster? Okay, yes, Hal, I want you to look on your web browser.
Okay.
And look up something called Moonwalker's Aero, AERO. Hal, they have recreated the gliding that you can pretend to be doing while you are on. You pretend you're the Bionic Man when you're on one of those things, or suddenly you can walk a lot faster or run a lot faster. Look at that eyebrow go up. These are little powered. They just kind of make you scooch and glide as you are walking. So you're walking. They have a 6-mile range. There is absolutely no reason to put little battery operated gliders on your shoes, except to make it look like you are walking extra fast when you're really only walking a certain speed. It hurts my head to look at them. If I see a person walking with these crazy slider things, I don't know what to do with the information I've just received in seeing that this thing exists.
Why?
Yep, that's the question. Literally where we started the episode.
Why
would
you do this? It just makes you walk faster.
They're $1,200.
Walk 20 continuous steps to get comfortable with the new height and weight. And then there it goes. It looks, everybody's using it. Looks like they just took a dump in their pants and they're walking somewhere. The guy who's hosting this video I saw that's using it. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Yeah, they're like on a moving, it's like your own personal moving walkway. That's the dumbest thing. You know what exists that's very similar to this that doesn't use a battery?
Walking.
Roller skates.
I guess roller skates do kind of do that, but this is basically Wile E. Coyote's rocket skates.
Yeah. Oh,
this is propelled.
This is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen.
It's delightfully weird and stupid to me. And in all the looking around that I've done all day today, this one might take the cake for me.
Oh, this guy's so gingerly walking downstairs. So gingerly.
Yeah. Yeah, because you don't want this thing to be like, zoop, and then you know what that becomes? An inadvertent form of transportation, like a banana peel.
How much did these cost?
$1,200.
Oh, you. That is the dumbest thing. Sorry, you showed this to me. Weight 4.2 pounds. Sound level 50 decibels. Isn't that loud? Isn't 50 decibels loud?
I mean, I assume it's negative 50 decibels, which is about the noise floor of an audiobook.
How could it be negative? It's compared to moderate rainfall, the background hum of home air conditioning unit, or quiet office environment. I don't think it's negative because the bigger one is 70 decibels.
Oh,
I don't think they get quieter as they get bigger. So do you want 2 air conditioners strapped to your feet constantly making noise that will not get you anywhere? It's not like appreciably faster, I don't think.
It can't be. But it says it has a 6-mile range.
Or do you want the big one, which makes a sound level? Imagine you get the big ones, okay? You're like, I can't wear these little ones. I'm that guy with a load in his pants from the video trying to get downstairs.
And I have wide feet.
Yeah, I have wide feet, which I do. I would need the large ones, right? So I strap those on. And all of a sudden, I'm moonwalking around the park with 2 things strapped to my feet, each of which generate a sound level comparable to a vacuum cleaner, washing machine, or average office noise. And as someone who worked in an office for 10 straight years, I had to wear headphones to drown out people's conversations so I could work. And then I finally, I'm done for the day. Let me strap 2 noisy offices to my feet and walk home. Absolutely not. If you want something with wheels on your feet, learn to roller skate.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Same thing.
Rollerblade, also very fun.
Rollerblade, ton of fun. I can't do it because my feet hurt. It hurts the middle of my feet. I haven't done it in years. I guess with the right supports, I would love to do it again. I miss it. But I mean, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. You really did it. I'm having a very strong reaction. It is weird.
Yeah.
It's weird because it doesn't fully solve a problem.
No, not at all. It doesn't fully solve a problem without introducing massive other problems. I did not think to go, how loud are any of these modes of transportation? Because in the videos, they're all shot without sound and it's playing like sort of techno-esque, like the soundtrack to the Social Network kind of music.
Right. Yeah. Like Trent Reznor composed the music for your shoes.
But yeah, exactly. But the notion that these are as loud as a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah. The big ones are.
If the idea is you can just walk around wearing these, imagine if these got popular enough. If these became a trend and you go to the mall or the outdoor, like one of those, you go to like the Americana and everybody in this enclosed shopping mall is wearing 2 vacuum cleaners on their feet.
My God.
Come on.
It'd be the worst. I can't. It's upsetting. Not only is it's dumb, it solves no problem. Yeah. If it runs out of power while you're out, let's say you go like 4 miles out, you're thinking you're going 3 out, 3 back. You go 4 out, 2 back. You got to walk a mile with extra weight strapped to your feet, walking around with dumb looking shoes. They don't look cool.
Yeah. They strap to your shoes,
strap on.
Right?
You put your shoes out, you stand on your shoes and then you strap it on. Then you have to walk for 20 paces so you can get used to it. And then you start moving. You think everybody's that coordinated?
I know I'm not.
Not everybody. You know, in Bad, the guy who's in a split and he pulls himself up by the back of his jacket on roller skates and then he starts like moonwalking in place. Mm-hmm. There are going to be plenty of people who do that in reverse with these, and they are probably engineered for safety. Also, there's one guy in the Bad music video who does a bunch of backflips and then is in the background going like this, who is either dressed as a gorilla or as a whole ass werewolf. Right? You know what I'm talking about, right? Where you're like,
I haven't thought about this in years.
Yeah. Is somebody in an animal suit? I remember seeing it when it aired the first time back in 87? And it was like an event. So I was like, let me tune into MTV and see it. 10 years old. And I'm like, is that gorilla or werewolf?
Was that around the time Teen Wolf came out? Maybe they were shooting on adjacent lots and they're like, it would be amazing.
It was 2 years after.
Michael J. Fox was in this. And Michael J. Fox was like, I mean, I'll do it, but I'm in full wolf. It's fine.
At that point, it probably would have been Jason Bateman for Teen Wolf 2.
Oh my gosh. Jason, we're a huge, huge fan. Michael loves you. Do you want to come in your full werewolf regalia and be in the back of the Bad? Can you backflip? How many backflips can you do?
He's a big fan of Valerie, which I was. R.I.P. Valerie Harper, the best.
R.I.P.
Oh my God, she was so sweet. Her daughter was at Second City the same time as us, and she was doing, she was in one of the Tuesday night improv groups, and I was headlining Tuesday nights, and Valerie would come to support her.
First of all, kind.
Such a supportive and loving mother, but also so nice to everyone else. Like a Second City legend, sitcom legend. So unless anybody thinks I'm not a fan of Valerie, you have another thing coming.
Nobody, I don't know what was going on in the chats before this. Was that what they were talking about?
These Moonwalker arrows have got my head silly.
The Moonwalker arrow, everybody. Get yourself a pair of Moonwalker arrows. They're just as loud as vacuum cleaners on your feet and just as useful.
Look, people of the world, if you want a good way to spend $1,200 that isn't getting Moonwalker arrows, here's what I would suggest. I would take $1,200 out of the bank in pennies, put it in, one of those burlap sacks. I know it doesn't have the dollar sign on it, but they do have actual bags to transfer money. They'll give you one and it will hold all those pennies. And then I want you to have somebody who you trust who is strong, swing that bag around and smack you in your full head for even thinking about getting Moonwalker arrows. That should be what you have to do. I would rather you put $2,000 down on an air bike you'll never receive than for you to have Moonwalker arrows, because it is the weirdest form of transportation that exists. And if you didn't know about it, now you have been cursed like me at every full moon.
You will think about the Moonwalker arrow and how dumb it is until that wonderful moment comes when somebody rolls up in a Shadow 6 Typhoon aquatic utility vehicle with a bag of $1,200 in pennies to smack you in the head. Vroom!
Oh, that's so dumb. Oh. Asked and answered.
Well, this topic is closed. Who sent this topic again?
John Ranney.
John Ranney on the Discord. This topic is closed, but there are many more to discuss. So please reach out to us via email at wegotThisPodcast@gmail.com or
find us on the social media at We Got This Podcast, with the exception of Instagram, where we are at We Got This Show. You can also go to our Facebook group, but Discord is where we're getting all these great suggestions, and the community there continues to grow. You can be a part of it by going to bit.ly/WGT Discord. We also have a YouTube channel. Look for We Got This Podcast. You do want to subscribe. Not only can you listen to full episodes there if you enjoy listening to or watching podcasts there, but we do live streams pretty regularly, and you can watch those with wonderful guests like Craig and Carla Kakowski, Annie Savage and Fred Cross, and many, 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 many more. You can go through years of really, really fun stuff that we have been doing that you thought might have been gone, but it lives on. We've got a whole back catalog of stuff that we've done. So it is a treasure trove of content, if only you will subscribe so that you know when new content is released.
That's right.
On the YouTube channel. So go subscribe. Thank you to producer Ken Plume, researcher Kate McManus, graphic designer Uri Kelman, and QA engineer Jen Alba.
And thanks, of course, to our musicians, Jonathan Dinerstein and Mike Furman, for our score and theme song, respectively. And thanks to you, the people of the world, for giving us an opportunity week in and week out and all the time for 10 years now that we've been doing this show, almost 550 episodes of the silliness of things like these Moonwalker Arrow gliders. We wouldn't know about these if it weren't for you facilitating this for us. We wouldn't do it without you. We couldn't do it without you. So to you, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. For Hal Lublin, I'm Mark Gagliardi.
For Mark Gagliardi, I'm Hal Lublin. And don't worry, everybody.
We got this.
We got this.
Maximum Fun,
a worker-owned network
of artist-owned shows
supported
directly
by you.